I was smiling in front of everyone, candles lit, cake ready, when an anonymous video popped up on my phone. And in 1 second, my whole world collapsed. Before I continue, make sure you subscribe and share this story, because what happened next will leave you speechless. It was supposed to be my happiest day. My friends had thrown a surprise birthday party at a fancy rooftop restaurant. Music, lights, laughter, everything looked perfect. But deep down, I'd been feeling uneasy for weeks. I'd noticed little things. My boyfriend, Ryan, being distant, my best friend, Claire, always texting him, and those sudden work emergencies he kept having every weekend. Still, I ignored it. I told myself I was overthinking, until that video showed up. The sender was anonymous. The message said, "Watch this before you blow the candles." I thought it was a prank, until I pressed play. There was Ryan, my Ryan, the man who had been planning this whole party with Claire. And there they were, together, laughing, touching, whispering like lovers. In the same hotel where he told me he was working late. My hands started shaking. My vision blurred. Everyone around me was cheering, waiting for me to cut the cake, while I was watching my heart shatter in HD. Claire's phone buzzed right beside me. The same video notification appeared on her screen. Our eyes met. Her face turned pale, and that's when I knew. It wasn't fake. It was real. I looked at Ryan across the table, smiling like nothing happened. I forced a smile back, blew out the candles, and said loudly, "You know what? I think this party's over." Everyone froze. "Piper, what's wrong?" Ryan asked, pretending to care. I turned the phone around, hit play again, and let the video speak for itself. Gasps filled the room. Claire tried to grab her phone. Ryan stood frozen. I took a deep breath, fighting the tears, and said calmly, "Happy birthday to me, right?" But I wasn't done yet. That video wasn't the only secret about to come out tonight. Everyone stood silent. The music stopped, and all I could hear was the sound of my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. Ryan's fake smile had vanished. Claire's hands trembled as she whispered, "Piper, please, it's not what it looks like." "Really?" I cut her off, my voice shaking but firm. "Because it looks exactly like betrayal." The room was spinning with whispers. My coworkers, my friends, everyone was watching the scene unfold like a live drama. Ryan tried to walk toward me, but I took a step back. "Don't," I said coldly. "You've already done enough." He tried to reach for my phone. "Piper, let's talk about this privately." I laughed bitterly. "You had months of privacy, Ryan. This is my reality check. And yours." The manager came over, asking if everything was okay, and I just said, "Cancel the party. I'm done celebrating lies." I grabbed my bag and walked out, ignoring the stares, the pity looks, the whispers following me to the elevator. My hands were trembling so bad I could barely press the button. When the elevator doors closed, I finally let the tears fall. But under the pain, there was something else, a strange kind of calm, the kind that comes right before a storm. That night, I sat in my car for hours, replaying every memory in my head, the late replies, the fake work calls, Claire's sudden closeness. Every red flag I ignored now burned in my mind like fire. Then, another notification popped up on my phone, from the same anonymous sender. This time, it wasn't just a video. It was a folder. Inside were dozens of photos, voice recordings, even receipts. All proof of how long Ryan and Claire had been sneaking around behind my back. My whole body went cold. But when I saw the last file, labeled "For You, Piper," my heart dropped even lower, because what I opened next didn't just expose Ryan's betrayal. It revealed something far bigger and far darker that I never saw coming. The file opened with shaky footage, like someone had filmed it secretly through a half-closed door. At first, I saw Ryan pacing around a room, his voice low and nervous. Then Claire entered, holding a folder. She said, "Once Piper signs those documents, it's over. We'll finally get what we wanted." My stomach twisted. "Documents? What documents?" Ryan replied, "She'll never notice. She trusts me too much. Once her business is under my name, we'll disappear." I froze. My throat went dry. They weren't just cheating. They were trying to steal my company. I'd built that event planning business from scratch. Worked nights, skipped vacations, saved every cent to grow it. And now the two people I loved most were plotting to take it all away. I replayed the video 3 times, my hands shaking more each time. Every laugh they shared, every plan they whispered, every cruel detail. It was all there. Then I noticed the timestamp. The video was recorded 2 days ago. They were still planning. For a moment, I couldn't even breathe. I thought about all the times Ryan had offered to help with the finances, all those papers he'd asked me to sign for tax purposes. He wasn't helping me. He was setting me up. That night, I didn't sleep. I stayed up till sunrise, going through every document, every email, and that's when I realized something shocking. He'd already forged my signature on a few of them. But instead of breaking down, I felt something switch inside me. I wasn't going to cry anymore. I wasn't going to beg. They wanted to take everything I built? Fine, I'd make sure they regretted even trying. By morning, I had already made 2 calls, one to my lawyer, and one to someone Ryan never thought I'd call again, his boss. Because if Ryan thought he could betray me quietly, I was about to make his betrayal very public. By noon, I was standing outside Ryan's office tower, the same place he used to brag about as his kingdom. I'd dressed sharp, calm, collected. Not like someone whose heart had been shattered the night before. Inside, the receptionist recognized me instantly. "Oh, Piper, Ryan told us about your birthday. How was it?" I smiled faintly. Unforgettable. When I walked into the conference room, Ryan's boss, Mr. Holden, was already waiting. He looked serious. "You said it was urgent," he said. "It is," I replied, sliding my tablet across the table. "You should see what your senior manager has been up to." He clicked play. The same video, the same conversation. Ryan's voice echoing in the quiet room. "Once she signs those documents, it's over." By the time it ended, Mr. Holden's jaw was tight with anger. "He used company time for this?" he muttered. I nodded. "And he forged my signature on legal contracts. I thought you should know before his next client meeting." Just then, the door opened, and Ryan walked in, completely unaware of the bomb waiting for him. "Piper?" he said, shocked. "What are you doing here?" "Saving myself," I said calmly. Mr. Holden stood. "Ryan, we need to talk, now." Ryan's face turned pale as the reality hit him. "Wait, this is a misunderstanding," I interrupted. "No, Ryan. What's a misunderstanding is how you thought you could destroy me and still walk around like the hero. Security was called. Papers were collected. Within minutes, Ryan's badge and access card were revoked. His entire world, the one built on lies, collapsed right in front of me. But I wasn't done yet. When I walked out of that building, Claire was waiting near the parking lot, her eyes red. "Piper, please listen to me. Ryan said he'd ruin me if I didn't help him." I looked her straight in the eye. "You already ruined yourself when you lied to me." She started crying, grabbing my arm. "I didn't know he'd go this far." I pulled away, calm but cold. "Then maybe you'll understand how it feels to lose everything you thought was safe." I turned to leave, but before getting into my car, I said one last thing. "You two taught me what betrayal looks like. Now I'll show you what justice feels like." What neither of them knew was that I had one more surprise planned, something that would make the whole city know exactly who Ryan and Claire really were. The next evening, I sat in front of my laptop, watching my plan unfold live. A week earlier, Ryan had convinced me to host a joint event, a massive charity gala under my company's name. Hundreds of guests were already invited. The banners, stage, and spotlight were all set, except now, the spotlight was mine. I changed the event's theme from partnership celebration to unmasking the truth. And since the invitations were digital, every guest, from clients to journalists, had already seen the new headline. When Ryan and Claire arrived, they were smiling, pretending like nothing happened. Ryan even tried to hug me, whispering, "We can fix this, Piper." I smiled back. "Oh, I'm sure we can." The lights dimmed, Cameras flashed, and I stepped onto the stage. "Good evening, everyone," I said, my voice calm and steady. Tonight was supposed to be about celebrating teamwork. But sometimes, teamwork means exposing the people who work against you. I tapped my tablet, and the big screen behind me came alive. The video started playing, the same recording that destroyed me days ago. Gasps spread across the room. Ryan froze. Claire covered her mouth. The whispers turned into full-blown shock as the video showed them plotting to steal my business. Ryan rushed to the stage, hissing, "Piper, stop this! You'll ruin us!" I stepped closer, my voice low but sharp. "You ruined us the moment you lied." The audience was silent. Mr. Holden was there too, watching everything. He walked up to the mic and said coldly, "Ryan Matthews, you're officially terminated from all company contracts effective immediately." Security escorted Ryan and Claire out as the crowd erupted in murmurs. Some clapped. Others just stared in disbelief. I stood tall, heart pounding, not from fear but from relief. After the event, people came up to me, shaking my hand, congratulating me for standing strong. One older woman said softly, "You didn't just expose them, honey. You inspired every woman in this room." As I walked out into the cool night air, I finally took a deep breath. The city lights shimmered, and for the first time in weeks, I felt free. Ryan had my love. Claire had my trust. They both broke it. But what they didn't know was that their betrayal built something inside me. Strength. I got in my car, smiled at my reflection, and whispered, "Happy birthday to me, Piper. You survived the worst and turned it into the best revenge."